I want to talk about this phenomenon. This is something that has happened since the dawn of the internet. And here's the scenario. You are you, right? And you go to youtube.com and you look up a music video. You look up a music video and let's call it fucking Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it started and hard. So this is 16 years ago. And the first comment on every single music video from any year other than this one, even if it was last year, it's 2025. Anyone? Question mark. Anyone still rocking this in March of 2025? Anyone still listening in June of 2023? Are those real people? Do you think those are human beings that are doing this? I do. I do think they're humans. And here's the thing. Like, I spent a long time being annoyed by those comments. And to be totally honest, I still am pretty annoyed by them. I think if there are NPCs, those are the people that are making those comments. Like, straight up NPCs. Zero personality. I hesitate to use the word subhuman because they are human. And here's why they're human. Here's why they're not bots, right? Because they are looking for connection. They are looking for someone else to agree with them. Or just comment back. Say, yes, hey, I'm also listening to this song. And I also love this song. And you are right to reach out into the void and see who else is listening, right? It's a maybe a desperate play, but it is a play for connection. It's someone trying their best to reach out across the internet and shake metaphorical hands with another person who has a similar interest, right? It is not dissimilar to what I'm doing with this very podcast. It's me. It's someone reaching out online and saying, hey, this is the stuff I'm into. Is anyone else into it? I think it's pretty cool. Do you guys think it's pretty cool? It's the most basic form of a human experience. It's just in the internet age, right? It is cringe. Don't get me wrong, it's cringe. And they are NPCs. Like, they are humans, but they're non-playable characters, right? Like, NPCs are not non-humans. They're just not. They don't have a whole lot going on, but that's okay. There's like billions of people on the planet. Not all of them are going to have interesting things to say, but there's not one person among us that does not strive to connect with others. And many of us resist the urge, and many of us are introverts and kind of will pull away and try to avoid human interaction whenever possible. But at the end of the day, through whatever means we have, we're looking for connection. And I think it's a universal human truth. I genuinely think there's not a single one among us that doesn't do that. We're social creatures. And as the longer you try to, the longer that you deny this fact, the more pain you're going to put yourself through. And also, this is of course what everyone says, like the depression cure is to put yourself out there. It's like, no shit, but I can't. I get it. I totally get it. But like, as someone who has been very, very depressed in the past and has sort of gotten through the worst of it, definitely gotten through the worst of it, is in a much better spot now than I was even 3 years ago, even a year ago. You have to just, or I would encourage you, if you are in that dark place, to just do a thing. Do a thing. That's reddit.com is a godforsaken hellscape, but there are kernels of wisdom from that website. And something that I read long ago was the no more 0 days paragraph. If you guys are unfamiliar, it's basically like some guy asked, how do you pull yourself out of the depression pit? How do you how do I stop just wasting days, which turn to weeks, which turn to months, and suddenly another year has passed? I used to hate my fucking birthday. I used to hate my birthday so much because I would be like, another year has passed and I haven't done anything. Another year has passed and I haven't done anything. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Just watching my life go by. And it took me turning 30 to actually start doing some shit like this very podcast. So my only advice would be, or excuse me, this Redditor's advice was here's your new plan of action. Here is your new MO. There are no more 0 days. You have most of your days, if you're ultra depressed, are laying in bed and you do literally nothing all day. But he's like, this person was like, if you get out of bed and do one push-up, that is not a 0 day. You did a thing. If you go outside and do a walk around the block, that is not a 0 day. You did a thing. Like if you text a human, if it's your mother, whatever, text like one text, if you make any sort of effort when you're in that headspace, it really does work. It pulls you out of it bit by bit, piece by piece, yard by yard, right? And like that's the only way to do it. There's someone in my life who is ultra depressed, and I've spoken to this person about this concept, and it's the hardest thing in the world to do when you're in it, because you don't like I get it, dude. I don't know what to tell you. And like, I struggle with this because it's possible there's no way to reach someone in that headspace. The issue, though, is that a lot of people in that headspace end up dying, right? And so you as a friend or parent, I can't imagine. Oof, it's got to be fucking brutal watching your kid go through it. But if you have a friend or family member in your life who is in it, you want to help them because they might die, right? And like sometimes depression leads to fucking death. So you want to reach these people, and it's hard for me to, because having had been there, it's just, I don't know, you kind of just have to fucking figure it out yourself. I think if you get into enough pain, you may be willing to change. But like it comes from desperation. Change comes from desperation a lot of the time. And this is another thing. I see, it's weird because I'm parroting both sides of the argument now. And I remember being in that spot and like feeling pretty desperate, but not enough quite to change. And then when I eventually did start taking steps to change, I was like, well, I didn't really even hit like a rock bottom or anything. I just kind of started doing stuff, and now I feel better. I don't know what's different. I don't know why today was the day that I went to the gym, or today was the day that I made a phone call or whatever. And like, I think there was someone told me, it was like, your rock bottom is just when you stop digging, right? You don't have to get arrested and get your asshole blown out in prison. Or whatever the thing is, spending the night in jail, get a DWI. Yeah, you don't have to do any of that. You can just stop digging whenever. You can put the shovel down and stop digging whenever you'd like to. But it does take it takes a lot of pain to get to that point for most people. And again, sometimes you die. So it's kind of a gamble. And again, like I always picture myself as a parent and just watching your kid go through it and being like, yeah, I can't reach them because they're my child, and anything that I say to this person, they're not hearing because I'm their parent. Like, it can't come from me, but they're going to fucking die. I know it. Like, ugh, oh God, brutal. So yeah, I'm not a parent, and God love you if you are, dude. Good luck with that. It will suck. But it'll probably happen, not the dead thing. I mean, like, the depression thing will probably happen to your kid eventually. Everyone gets depressed. Some people stay with it for longer than others. But yeah, everyone gets depressed, so you got to figure out how to talk to your person about it. But what I would recommend is just parroting that the no more 0 days thing to the depressed people in your life. That helped me quite a bit. 1 push-up. Can you do 1 push-up? Can you put 1 piece of laundry away? You don't have to do the whole thing. Can you fold 1 shirt and put it away? Literally any progress. Literally anything. It could be anything. Yes, you can. You can walk outside and get the mail. You can do that. All right, 1 second. 2025, anyone? So yeah, those people, they're looking for what we're all looking for, and God bless them. God bless you, 2025, anyone, guy. It is kind of funny that I say God bless, God love. I say that a lot, and I'm not a particularly God person, but I think it's like endearing. That phrase, God love you, God bless you. I think it's cute, and God damn it is just the most satisfying curse word to say. And it's the one that offends the most people. Well, close to it. So, yep, 2025, anyone? If you are listening to this podcast in 2026, leave a comment and say 2026, anyone? That would be awesome. 2026, anyone?